A new world maker, 7 new bosses, 10 new power-ups, and more. Today, I'm going to go over the new features coming to Super Mario Maker 2, give my thoughts, and give you ideas for how to use each one. Let's get started. To kick things off, we're going to talk about the biggest feature, which is the World Maker. You can create your own worlds and connect your courses. Select and place panels to create a route, make paths from the start to the castle. You can add bridges and hills, warp pipes to other areas of the world map, and even bonus rooms. The coolest thing in my opinion about this though, that they didn't really talk about, is that it tracks your lives at the top of the screen. So when you're going level to level, the overall total of your lives stay with you, which I think is going to help rewards in each level matter more, and it's going to be more enticing to go explore and to get those coins and 1-ups. There are going to be 8 different world themes to choose from to make your level feel like it fits within a certain theme, which is very, very cool. And we can add courses along the path and customize those course icons. So let's say your level's all about the Goomba, then you can slam a Goomba in instead of just that regular dot icon so that they know what's coming in the level. You can share your worlds instead of just course codes. So if you want your friend to play your 40 level world, you send them that code, and then they can play through the whole thing. You can see how many people have cleared each level. That's what these little ninja icons are, I'm assuming. So my opinions about this one, it has amazing potential. The one thing I'm upset about is it doesn't look like you can combine your levels with anybody else's. I think this would be a far better feature if it had a playlist kind of function, where you could select courses from yours, select courses from your friends, and make a world together. I think that a lot of creators are going to rush through and make lower quality levels just to make a world, and I'm worried about that. People really like the idea of having 40 levels, so they kind of crank them out in 5 minutes each, and then I think the overall quality of levels may go down because of this. But I think eventually people are going to pull it together and have some really awesome creations that we're all going to have a lot of fun to play. My idea for World Maker, just something unique and interesting that I don't think anyone else has thought of yet, is having a world based around one type of enemy and have different levels in it be a different genre. So, for example, we'd have a Koopa world that has a traditional course to start, then a Koopa speedrun, a Koopa puzzle, a Koopa-based music level, and then maybe even a Koopa Kaizo, all in one world. So you'd have 8 different worlds, each one's based on a different enemy. I think that'd be really cool. Moving on to the next biggest part of the update, in my opinion, the Koopalings. 7 new bosses for us to use, and oh man, did we need it. Man, I was getting tired of just playing Bowser Jr. and Bowser levels over and over for the most part. This is gonna spice things up a lot. So, there are 7 new bosses. Larry, who fires a slow projectile with 3 rings kind of in a line. Wendy, who creates a ring that bounces off of surfaces. Morton drops down and can stun Mario. Lemmy launches some bouncy balls. Roy can walk up walls and ceilings and shoot projectiles from there. Iggy has 1 fast projectile. And Ludwig shoots 3 rings in a cone and has a flutter jump kick, kind of like Yoshi. This is only going to be in the retro game styles, so make sure that you're keeping that in mind when you're thinking about making these. They're not going to be in 3D world. My idea for the Koopalings is to make a boss rush red coin level with an interesting arena for each boss that highlights their moveset. So maybe for the bouncy ball one, we have the bullet blasters on platforms moving up and down, so it's like the floor is changing heights, and you have to get through the bouncy ball and get over to attack. And obviously I would put a reusable checkpoint system. There's going to be a card up there if you want to check out how to do that. Next, we're going to talk about all 10 new power-ups. The first one being the Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom. With this mushroom, jumping on enemies doesn't kill them. You can ride on them and pick them up instead. And you can throw them if you'd like to. They've shown us that big shells act as if you kick them, and you can throw bullet bills after you ride on them, which is really, really cool. You can hold chain chomps, pick up snow out of ground in the snow theme, But this is all only in the Super Mario Bros. Style, the original Super Mario Bros. I found some information about this one saying that it was intended to be a different game style altogether, and that they eventually just scrapped it and turned it into a power-up because of all the things that are happening with COVID-19. But I actually like this better. I personally hate the division of the 3D World style that is completely different and has different assets. And I think that if this one was a separate game style as well, it would just further divide the different level ideas that we could make. So I'm actually glad that this one is in the Super Mario Bros. Style. My idea for this one is a multiplayer versus level snowball fight. A timer is set up where you have to knock everybody out of an arena where there's no walls on either side, and you just keep throwing snowballs to try to knock them out, and if you're the first one to get through the door, you win the course. Next power-up is the frog suit. This power-up makes swimming so much easier. You can run on top of water, and it's only in the Super Mario Bros. 3 style. My idea for this one is a speedrun level that integrates swimming in the forest theme. The rising and falling water, you sometimes need to run on top of it with the frog suit, sometimes you need to swim through, but I've never seen a speedrun that uses half swimming, half running done well, and now I think we're going to be able to do that. Power Balloon. This gives us the ability to float around. It's great to use in the combination with wind in the Desert Night theme. This is only in the Super Mario World game style. You could make a level where you need to float with the wind, but you have to land before flying into a wall of spikes. So you have to be careful about when you're floating and when you're not. Super Acorn. This gives you the ability to slow fall and the ability to cling to walls. This is only in the new Super Mario Bros. U style. We can make a level with the don't touch the ground clear condition where you have to cling to walls and jump off at the perfect time to avoid grinders on tracks. So kind of like a timing precision-ish level where you hold on to a wall and wait for the perfect moment. Boomerang Flower. Throw a projectile that returns to you. It can go through a clear pipe like other projectiles. This one is in the 3D World style only. This could be awesome to combine with the Don't Look Left level, where you need to destroy enemies that run up and catch up to you while you can't look at them. So you throw the boomerang ahead, you jump above it, it hits your enemies behind you as you continue to run without looking left. I think would be really, really cool. The Cannon Box. It can fire cannonballs. If you charge it up, it's got further range. This is also a 3D World only power-up. And it could be awesome for an auto-scroll Space Invaders style level, but instead of it coming from the sky towards you, it's coming from the right side to the left. The Propeller Box. It's basically the propeller suit, but it has 3 charges. You can activate it to fly upward, or you can press down to rush down. Lights on the side indicate how many charges you have left. This is 3D World only, and it could be really fun to use this for a difficult sky platforming level, where you need to use flight to get between 2 spike walls, but use it very carefully. Red Pal Box. This power-up's the same thing as throwing a red Pal block in the 3D World style. It has 3 charges, and that's indicated by the letters on the side for how many charges are left. 3D World style only. Could be really awesome for a puzzle course that needs red pals, but you have to use it sparingly to make it all the way to the end. Let's say 3 red pals are needed to get through the whole level, and you have to decide as the player, when am I going to use each one? And if you use them too early, you have to restart. The Goomba Mask. It's kind of like the Bokoblin mask in Breath of the Wild. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. Enemies won't attack you while you're wearing this, which is really cool. But it's unclear. The one thing I'm interested to know is, if you attack them, will they attack you back afterwards? Or is it like you're just immune because you look like them, they just think that you're crazy, but they're fine with it? I'm not sure. This is a 3D World only power-up. I'm really excited about this one for robbery stealth levels, where you need to sneak in to steal a key without being detected by revealing your true identity, and then you quickly need to sneak out before they realize that their treasure is gone. Bullet Bill Mask. After jumping, you can dash horizontally. Assuming there's only a certain length of time for the blast here. They haven't really shown us enough for us to see how long that's going to be, or how exactly we can use it for how long, but I'm assuming there's a certain length of time before you run out of fuel. So you have to use the charges wisely. This is a 3D World style exclusive, and my idea for this one is to make a Celeste style level with tricky platforming and precise bullet blasts to get through obstacles. I think it'd be really cool to get inspiration from Celeste for this one. Okay, moving on to now the other features. We've got the Cursed Key. Same as the regular key, but it activates a Phanto to chase you. This is going to be in the Super Mario Bros. Style only, and I think that it could be perfect to enhance an Indiana Jones style level where you need to steal the key and then a Phanto chases you while thwomps crash down to destroy you. OnOff Trampoline. The biggest game changer they didn't mention, by the way, is the on-off dotted line blocks in 3D World style. They show it, they don't say a single thing about it, but that makes me wonder how many other little features are they adding into 3D World without mentioning them? Are there going to be tracks now in 3D World? Please, hopefully there are tracks in 3D World now. But the fact that they showed that gives me a lot of hope there. The on-off trampoline is exactly what it sounds like. If you activate the switch, it turns from a regular ground into a bouncy platform. This is a 3D World style only item, and it could be great with an automatically switching on-off contraption to make a nicely flowing speedrun where you have to run in some areas and then jump when it turns into a bouncy platform. And the Mecha Koopa. This is a really cool enemy that they are adding. It has two different colors. The red ones shoot homing missiles, which I think is basically the same thing as our red bullet bills. And the blue ones shoot laser beams. I think the blue ones are a lot cooler. They charge up attacks that can destroy blocks. Night themes actually also give them the power to fly. And these are in every retro style, so no 3D World, but everything else. I think that these would be awesome to use in a work together level, kind of like that the friend and enemy level where you work with that Goomba to get through the course. This would be an awesome one to do with that kind of a thing, to get through the level but use it to open up pathways. You have to open up pathways for the Mecha Koopa, and it's a symbiotic relationship with your enemy. I think that would be awesome. With the new features coming, you're going to need some level ideas. Click on the playlist on the screen right now to get some inspiration. If you want more helpful Mario Maker 2 content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. I'm Arrowstotle, and thanks for watching.